Hey, bringing some do's and don'ts to you today. So first off, do run over people with your car whenever you get the chance. Don't lay down thinking the car is going to drive over you. That does not happen. So we're playing with subscriber, Green Arrow. We did several rounds with him, but he lagged out and the circle ended up getting him. So here's another one. Do flank a chump. There we go. Don't be the chump who gets flanked, though. That's important to know. It's a very valuable lesson that I just learned. Alright, when your buddy is reviving you, you know, that's important. You do want to be revived. Don't forget to finish the job. That's another important tip. Sometimes we don't all know how to do that, but if you'll watch the little circle and when it says 0.0, that means you have been revived. So that's a tip for some people I play with. He'll appreciate watching that. So do speed up the running montage. This is so much running. Why would anybody leave this much running in there? Do run from the blue circle. And run as fast as you can. Don't let the circle get you. Rest in peace, toxic pineapple. Do use the hillside for cover. Look at all this cover I've got. Perfect. Alright, now don't use a hillside for cover because you're going to get shot in the back. Okay. Do shoot someone's teammate. But don't shoot that teammate if that teammate has a DP-28. Lesson learned for that guy. So what I probably should have done right here was throw a smoke to give us some cover. We were kind of wide out in the open there. Speed up the footage a little bit more. Okay, so what was going on here? We wanted to follow the blue circle around, but we didn't want to go off the hill. We at least have some trees up here, and we saw people in those houses, so we just kind of stayed up here. We figured it was a better idea. Now, I'm looking at this M4, and man, if I'd had a little bit more time, I would have switched to that M4 in a heartbeat. I was not happy with the ump. What we're doing right here, we know that we just wanted to make sure the whole top side of this little hill doesn't have any grass snakes. So we're just checking, looking to see if anyone's around. So that's why I pull out the DP-28, because if I find someone behind a tree or in the shadows laying down, I was going to tear them apart. So do search for enemies. Don't let the enemies see you doing it. Actually, I thought I was going to get taken out right there. Do use that adrenaline syringe. Oh. Right into the heart. Reminds me of The Rock. Alright, there's no do's, no don'ts with that one. Just use the adrenaline syringe. Okay, I can explain to you our thought process right here. So we knew we were going to have to go out into that field, and they had already been popping us. So they must have like some decent scopes. The best we had was I had a 2X on the ump. I wasn't going to put much damage on them with that. I know a lot of people love the ump, so don't take that personal, but I'm just not a huge fan of it. So my plan right here is to get down here next to this building, get the DP-28, and anybody who runs out, I was going to mow them down. That was my job. So do use the DP-28 to rock their world. Check this out. But if you're going to use the DP-28, don't miss. Now I get a free ride to Pubg heaven. So if it had worked out, if I had been able to get both of those guys, oh, do get reincarnated. That's a big one. Well, let me go back to that other clip. If I had been able to take both those guys out with the DP-28, that would have left us with just one player or one person to deal with. And that would have been awesome. But, you know, it didn't work out. I got taken out. And then shortly thereafter, Striker did. So this is another game where it's just Striker and I. We're doing duo. And this is interesting, you know, because we're having to go from building to building. It's actually kind of fun. I prefer this over going bush to bush or tree to tree, rock to rock. But it's also kind of intimidating because you don't know if you're about to pass a house with people in it. And we actually did that a couple times. We would just, when we walked past the house, we'd get close and listen. And there was a time or two where Striker said, hey, I can hear a person in here. So we just tried to, you know, watch our backs, be careful. Not a lot you can do about it because you don't know if they're looking out the window or they could be looking a different way. So we just kind of, we wanted to be the first ones here because if everyone's waiting to the last second to get to the next circle, we thought this might be an advantage for us. So do find a good hiding spot. Don't be the last ones to a hiding spot. So we definitely didn't want to be those guys by waiting till the last second on the circle. It worked out for us. Another important tip, do hide like a coward. Sometimes you just have to. Don't die like a coward while you're hiding. So this guy's got some stuff for me. A little helmet. And another adrenaline syringe. So do use that adrenaline shot again. That is all. So I'm going to start taking these shots from the left. I know there's someone watching us. And that guy, I think that was a mistake on his part. He shouldn't have tried to shoot us from so far away. If he had been a little bit more patient, we would have started across the street and been an easy target for him to take out. So what I'm doing is I'm giving my partner some cover fire as he goes across the street. If I can keep this guy at bay, my partner could make it, and then he can give me cover fire. But I can't wait too long, so I just run myself. But I am going to watch the left and see if he hadn't been shooting. Like, people might not have known he was over there by that tree. He should have kept quiet. I only shot because I had to. So we were watching the back of this building. We didn't know if someone could come up behind us. So we're kind of going to split up. I'm going to take front. He's going to take back. Do run from a grenade. Don't eat bullets doing it, though. Yep, so if that guy hadn't been shooting, someone might not have thrown a grenade at him, and then I might not have gotten the kill. So I've said in other videos, you know, try not to shoot when you're in the top 10, unless you just have to. It gives away your position. So that guy had some pretty good cover. So I realized that unless I get a headshot, I might not get him, and I didn't feel like it was worth me hanging out over there. So Stryker said that we could actually get inside this bunker from the back, and we actually were protected from the circle had closed in. So I told him to watch the back. I was going to watch this way. He said, you know, the back was pretty protected. So we were both in the last moments. We're going to just watch the front. So do let the other teams fight it out. Don't not shoot them in the back while they're doing it. And in the face. Don't let lag get you. What's this? It just popped me out. And then the guy disappeared. Like, what's... That's craziness. Hope you guys thought some of these tips were funny and amusing. Anyways, I've never said this before, but like and subscribe, and I'll keep making more of these kind of videos. Anyways, see you in the next one. Take care, everybody.